All right, welcome in, folks. Welcome to another stream. One that will hopefully be entertaining and fun today. Well, they should all be, right? I guess that's a terrible thing to say. But we're going to be playing Stanley Parable today because I've decided I need a break. We'll get back to Path of Exiles, but I definitely decided I want to play something else. I think I'm running into the problem of I have 2 live service games that I play, and they require plenty of time. I would say Path of Exiles requires less time, is much easier to put down. But that's also probably the reason why I've decided today I'll play Stanley Parable and keep the Warframe stuff going Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But anyways, yeah, I decided we'd try some Stanley Parable today. Maybe we'll do something different on Thursday. Maybe we'll get back to Path of Exiles. I think when I go back to Path of Exiles, I might choose a new class and just start a new class. But we'll figure that out if I play on Thursday. Anyway, yeah, today, Stanley Parable. So let us... I assume I can just be here. I assume the interface is minimal. But, yeah, let's get over there. Hold on while I fumble over all my little websites and stuff and do this and do that in order to get the sounds going. I'm hoping this will get some good clips, some good funny stuff funny moments. That is what I'm looking for. I really need to... Well, yeah, that's just talking streamer YouTube stuff. I need to figure out a way to make videos again. I've gotten tired of making videos. Don't have an easy method to make them. Just, it's the constant ongoing struggle of streaming and trying to actually make it work. Okay, so I already went through the settings and kind of... I didn't really make any changes. I don't know if the sound's going to be too much. I assume it's not because of the style of game this is. But it looked pretty simple. Control scheme. Simplified controls. Rebinds controls so interactions don't require specific buttons. What? Hold on. Oh. What? Okay. Well, whatever. We'll be fine. I was like, why would I need simplified control? This game's not complicated. Why does it need simplified controls? Let's get into it.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
No. Story of a man named Greg.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Oh my God.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in.
I bet he did.
He made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
I bet.
And then one
Exactly,
day,
he was
something
happy.
very peculiar
I don't think people understand that about
something that
jobs.
would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, he got brave. So I hear this game's about ignoring the narrator. Hate Mondays. I assume it's Mondays at least. Kind of want to sit right here and just stare at the computer screen. I'm sure the narrator will say something else, won't they? But I was going to say, I don't think people understand that about jobs. There's some people who want a job where they're just like gunning for and getting like, they're just doing all the amazing things and like the job is their life. And there's some people who just want a job that's going to work them 8 hours and pay their bills so that they can go home and their life is at home. And that's okay. It's okay to have a job like that. I think people have forgotten that it's okay to have a job like that. I think everyone thinks that they have to have a meaningful job these days. And you really don't. You really don't. Your meaning in life should be whatever it is you're doing at home with friends and people you love. Right. Clearly, the narrator is not picking on me for just staring at the screen. Oh, man. This guy walks really fast. What? Wait, hold on. Hold on. Right mouse button makes you move forwards? That's a weird choice.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Who farted? Not this guy. Oh, Apparently I can click their keyboards.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference.
Oh,
nor did it advance the story in any way.
That did something. Shut up. It did something. Turned off that monitor. Why does this make keyboard noises? It's a filing drawer. Filing drawers don't make keyboard noises. You guys couldn't have paid for some creaky noises? And these windows are some white ass windows. How to use help. I think I need that at work. I need that at work. I need a how to use help. I wonder if these are like designed levels or if it's really it must be designed. Surname, access. There's a lot of I Hate Monday cups around here. I want to know, is Garfield the one who started that? I mean, I'm sure everybody hated Mondays before Garfield, but I feel like Garfield was the one who started the I Hate Mondays trend, really. Is he like, your first time through always the same?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I don't know why, but I always feel like I should do not. Let's go through and let's do what the narrator says. Doing not what the narrator says is for another day.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
They have a whiteboard manager. Oh my God. Is that like my Jira manager at work? Floor 4XX. I don't want to be on floor XX. That sounds terrible. That sounds like a problem waiting to happen. I mean, basically, I'm just thinking of 404 errors. There's got to be a 404 joke on here somewhere, right? And again, all the doors on this floor are named 400 and something. Oh, we are 427, right? Weekly target, marketing Mondays. Oh my God. 451 private time. What? Termination Tuesdays. What? That's awful. Why would you have a day like that around? Office efficiency. Legal. Okay. IT. We're broke Wednesdays. Financial panic meeting, boss inspection. Okay. You know, a lot of these are very relatable. Pre-review of weekly review. Weekly review. It's so funny. Planning floor 5 meeting. Oh my God. This is way too relatable. What to do about 432. Don't tell 432 about my meeting, this meeting. Well, I would say this meeting, but it looks like me meeting. I guess it is this. It's just really awkwardly tiny. Well, at least they get an office party at the end of Friday. So rip Franz. Targets push for funding R&D of new. Number of slides on this slide. Oh my God. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Rate of increase in graph per slide. Oh my God, it's going faster. Please, no more charts. Please, I'm begging. Oh no. On your boss appreciation minute worksheet, circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. Oh, solving impersonal conflict. If you ever find yourself in a conflict with another diligent employee like yourself, but more inclined towards conflict unless you're the kind of oh, I can't read this fast enough. Okay, all right, that's gonna bother me. Okay, all right, all right. Tips for not getting fired. Talk less. It's okay. What do people want? Stock market is somewhere here. Buy quarterly post review. All right, let's just go. I think someone was in the broom closet. Wait.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
But there was supposed to be someone there. He's not there. He said get somebody out of the broom closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Executive bathroom. Whoa, it opened. To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. Can I take a shit on the company dime? I love that every interaction click is a keyboard press. I'm clicking my left mouse button and it's like I'm typing. Oh, space was supposed to be jump, but I can't jump.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Wait. Why is that? I think it's a little circle. Okay. Oh no, I forgot the number.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay. Needs a flashlight. Is this going to be a crazy puzzle game, actually? It probably kind of is.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh shit.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I cut him off. But it says escape, go that way. If light is on, call extension 914 immediately. Well, I have to do what the... Oh, there was a little arrow on the ground. I think
Whoops.
it's
Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
I have to call 914.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have. An incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
I was told to call a number, sir. And I didn't know where a phone was, so I came back here. Holy shit. Calm your tits.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
Because I'm a brilliant man. I'm the best storyteller. Narrator just doesn't know yet.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he? Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Do I have an idea? Why is the narrator not talking?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
There's a pad here with a bunch of numbers on it. 2845 was the pass key. Oh my god. This is when it's puzzles like this, my brain turns off. Oh wait. We can go over there now. What if we touch the button again? We can't. Okay. Employee observation. There's no good way to like read it. Employee 432 is a test case. While the need for protocol 2A may seem unlikely, it's so hard to read. Attempt to leave the office, contact supervisor, and then contact 432 prize pool. Oh. Where's 2A? Oh, there's 2A. If an employee attempts to leave the office via any non-scheduled means, e.g. window, vehicle, unsafe door, set employee status to default and then back to their previous mode. If attempts to leave persist, contact supervisor. If a monitoring screen fails to initialize contact maintenance, in the case of, wait, hold on. Please note that employee 432 is a test case. While the need for protocol 2A may seem unlikely, okay, procedure 2A to 2C need not apply. Okay. If despite adherence to protocol 2A and protocol 2B, an employee leaves the office during work hours and a system loop has failed, you must terminate. Oh my god. Okay, so if I leave, I get terminated. All right.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
427 was me. Wait, that doesn't... Oh yeah, it is my desk. Okay. Is there another human out there? 104 is fired. How many more are fired? Something's going on with 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Who came up with this story?
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Would I? But there's all these glowing buttons to push. And I feel like I should at least push a few. What's in here? Man, this place has bridges and walkways all over it. The hell kind of room is this? All right. Ooh, there's a big red button. I don't know how to push it yet. I need like a cursor that tells me if I'm looking at a button to push. Did I come from here? Wait, okay, so what about these? Oh. Those have no, wait, what about this? Disabled. Okay, so that does nothing. Oh, it's so dark. Why is it so dark in here? Okay, so, all right. Oh, there's 5. Oh, wait. Okay, all right. What if we do the numbers? 1, 2. I need to find 3. And number 5 is... 4? Where is 4? I have 1, 2, and 3. Oh, I bet 4 is up there. Okay. But I don't know how to get up to 4 yet. The door is closed. Activate power cells. I don't think I have the ability to do that yet. Okay. All right. Oh, power facility. Okay.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Is that telling me to hit off?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Clearly not.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
Somehow
It was
that's
perhaps
the case.
the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
There's a fucking highway way out
And
there.
Stanley was happy.
Was I? I bet I wake up at my desk again. Yep. So is that like I finished ending 1 and now am I starting another episode? I wish I could like actually put in numbers. I would like to call 914 to tell them something. Something that I learned. Okay, so that was like
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay. So now we try and do something else. Awaiting input. I would love to give input, but I can't. Oh. Input received. Pink. What? No. What? 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I do it again? Oh, I got on it. Okay, so we got pink. I'm gonna start taking notes. I think it's gonna be important. Oh, this one's. Can I put more inputs on this one? Because there were all those colors in that room, right? So I feel like...
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference. Nor did it advance the story in any way.
It did advance the story. I found a computer that put one space in pink. That's new. I don't think I ran into that the last time, Mr. Narrator.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
But this time, we go in the door on our right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Maybe I also want to play with all these doors and... Oh, 4B9. I should have written the guy's desk down who had the pink.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I don't know if I would call it an immaculate room. Can I not get a soda?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Yeah.
Really worth it.
Well, let's be honest. I was thirsty. I wanted a drink, but you won't let me have one. I guess I don't have any quarters.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Stanley is apparently fucking poor.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
No.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office.
No.
He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right. My mistake.
What? No, but there's... Oh, I was gonna say it's in there.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
It's this one. Yeah, it's right. Check your notes, Mr. Narrator.
Let's see, we went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep. Okay. Yes.
Yep,
I've
you're
got it
lost.
now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
What? Oh. Okay. Oh, hey. We got back to the mind control room, but now we're upstairs.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
No.
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
104 fired. I wish I could have seen a few more. All right.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, wait, he's downloading some. Oh, fuck. I clicked and it turned it off. Okay. But if we come in here, this is where we saw it, right? Help file. They changed. This one, 419, used to be pink. I'm pretty sure somebody else was pink too. I actually think it was you. Hold on. Maybe we should say who was pink. If we find another pink one, we'll write down the name. That guy's playing solitaire. But the problem is, Mr. Narrator.
When Stanley... Wait, what?
Wait a minute.
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Can I go through here? What? No, there's chairs in the way. You know, the game said I have a jump option, but I've yet to be able to jump. I'm very sad about that. I prefer right. I'm right-handed, so I think we'll go right. And further right. All the way right. Ooh.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No, I didn't want to restart. What are you doing?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, you're installing something. You're off. You weren't off before and you displayed pink. I fucked you up, Mr. Narrator. I don't know. Oh, now the room has no doors.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Yes. Well, if you had let me open these doors, we might be able to find something out, Mr. Narrator. Wait, why can I touch that one, but I can't touch these? I don't know if this coffee was on the ground before. I think I just didn't notice. Okay, the computers are still off.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Oh no. Oh, we're in a perpetual circle thing.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
No, this isn't going well. What if we go here and then we turn around? Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, so we have to go this way.
Now this, well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all.
Yeah, me
Is
neither.
this the story?
This
I don't
wasn't.
think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yeah!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Best $20 my friend ever spent.
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
What the fuck? No, god damn it. Don't restart me. He's painted a line on the ground now.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Wait. No, but this is already different. Oh, this guy can move that. Can I play? I want to play. Damn it. All right, let's go this way. Oh, hey, 4B5. 4B4. Is that because it's the back room?
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa.
Wait.
Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize.
Wait.
Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Did I just do a loop? This doesn't make any sense. Okay. So do I have to follow the yellow line? Oh my god. His music's pretty epic though, let's be honest. Clearly, I have to go through here. I tried already to not. I love that they put boxes in the way so I can't go down. I can't walk on the walls, sir. Oh, I'm gonna keep. Oh. I guess not. What the fuck is going on over there? It's a weird mirror. Okay. The most epic of music. But they really don't let you go off the path. Monthly, whoa, close. Annual reviews. Consolidation. His music's really fucking loud. But I like it. Personal files. Wait, what? Hold on. Hold on. What? What? The fuck is going on here? Oh no. What? The hell is going on? We came in here. We could go down there. Oh my god, this world is crazy. What if we go in here?
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern.
What? Why?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay. Can we put the music back on? Oh, geez.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
The line is drunk.
Still missing the doors. Did we make a mistake following the line? Perhaps we could have found the story on our own.
Don't restart it. Don't you restart it. I could go back. There's still stuff back there. Like if we go in here. Because there's still... Oh no, there's not. I made a choice and now it's solidified. I can't see what was down that other hallway. Oh, that's clever. Oh, they're super clever. Oh, okay. I deviated. I made a choice. They fucked me up now. What's this way? Oh, geez.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
No! Aww. Also, there were less fired TVs there. What's going on?
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Wasn't this guy let go? Something happened to the 432. I forget who 432 was.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Making me walk in circles. What if I walk backwards? I always love these types of things because it's like you walk one way, but if you go the other way, it like changes sometimes. Dude, that's wild. Okay, so I guess we got to go this way. Narrator, we need more music. Give me my music back.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Oh, are you upset with the line, Mr. Narrator? The line looks drunk now. It's like really drunk now. Well, you're lucky, Mr. Narrator. I can't follow the line because it went through the ceiling.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one.
I was hoping you'd tell me to go to the left one.
Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
Okay, I was going to pick the right one. Oh, wait. Oh, you don't give me a choice. It's all your choice. It's all about you. You've been playing for 18 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh, hold up. What's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing.
Is this what I did?
Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Okay.
And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
I don't think so.
Whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know?
You won't.
Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you do...
Oh. What? It did say the game would restart on its own, didn't it?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh, hey, it's back. 423 as well. But also 419, wasn't it? Okay. Hey, the choices are back.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
That's not what we did. We went to the door on our right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Oh, a line. Line, please.
Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Wait, this is new. I was gonna take this door, but this is new.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Why does this look like Portal? Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. I don't know if I'm lying. Is the narrator lying? Oh, hey, truck down there. Oh, and yellow line. Okay. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
I thought you were going to do something. Okay, but it says danger is everywhere. Man, these bright white skylights and windows, they are some... Can we have dark mode for this?
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Did he? But what if he wants to go through the blue door? Should we start listening to him again? Let's start listening to him again. He wants to prove that he's good.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped.
Stop it.
And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
I can't ignore his solution, can I? I have to take it. All right, well.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
What the fuck?
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Wait, let's stay. Enjoy the kaleidoscope. I can put my head right in the center. So beautiful. So amazing. Does the narrator eventually get bored of this? Okay, so all of those disappeared. The stars are still out there. Oh, wait. I love the way the stars move in the background. The stars in the background are kind of mesmerizing. The green ones are fading out. Now we get the red ones. All right, so it's just going to repeat itself. Although this is very pretty. Sorry, narrator.
No, wait. Where are you going?
I got bored. I wish I could have that. I feel like that picture is important.
No. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Lose all of what? I got nothing, buddy.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
What if I go back down? Okay.
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
Okay. This is an interesting thing to walk into. Hey, Zeph. Or Zek. How's it going? This game is strange. I don't know what to think about this game. But I've wanted to play it because it's interesting. Can I fall off the edge here? No. It's an invisible wall. They won't let you. All right.
No. What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here.
Okay.
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you?
I don't want to do it, but I'm waiting for I'm expecting him to say something to talk me off the ledge here, but he's not doing it. The random YouTube shenanigans, but my goldfish level attention span could never focus long enough. Oh no, on this. All right, maybe on a third time he'll give me a different thing. Oh wait, no. No. You are going to stay here, aren't you? No. Oh, wait, does he not? Wait. I expected him to. Is he not going to fight me anymore? Or maybe even encourage me to? To do the thing. You know the thing. Okay. I have to say, I'm a little disappointed currently a bit in this game because I wanted to play it because I thought it had a lot of fun like interaction with this narrator, and there's some fun stuff, but I don't feel like I really get much choice yet. All right. Well, narrator.
No! Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, no, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Should I go back down? Good things about the interaction, but I don't know. I've yet to play it. Yeah, I don't know. It was one of those things too where it's like, is it good to play it? Or is it better to just watch others play it? I don't know. It depends on the person playing it, I guess. Okay, he wasn't excited about me backing off from the ledge, so you know what that means. Although, I'm going up the stairs a lot slower than I was before. Okay, we did it 3 times. Do you think the 4th time will kill me?
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't... Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
I'm teasing you. 100%. At this point, I'm definitely teasing you.
I wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I wish I still thought that was possible.
Oh, is he not going to add anything? The problem is he gives me no other choice than to jump off the thing. Yeah, I'm getting slower every time I jump off the thing for 100%. It used to be a lot faster, and now I'm like really limping along. One more time, Mr. Narrator. One more time. Unless you give me a choice. A better choice.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Slumping as a meme to Discord? What would slumping as a meme be? Define it. Slumping, falling off of high places to try and kill yourself. Is that what we're gonna do? All right. Oh, way fast.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I love how the narrator acts like nothing ever happened the first, like, time they come in. Oh, here we go. Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't know I had to do it again. It's still pink. I missed an input. I didn't input the last time. I just thought it was pink, so I wrote it down.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, we're going in the door on our right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay. So, we went in here last time, and we jumped onto the thing, and that's how we got to that weird room, and we killed ourselves. So let's obey the rules this time.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Because I'm the main
Someone
character.
You've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
What?
This is it, Stanley.
There's no her.
Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside, to let her back into your life.
Who's her?
She's been waiting.
Why is there suddenly a woman in this story?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone. As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
I didn't know it was possible either. I just went and clicked it.
Clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
What? Wait a minute.
I can't believe I was so mistaken.
What?
This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you've made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Oh my God.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people.
Ew.
Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read.
I think you
Which
should do
choice
that.
would you make? Remember that
Forget how
unlike
to
here,
read.
the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
What?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8?
Yes.
Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Oh no. I've already forgotten most of it.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
I can't put the plug in. Thank God. Well, we'll see what choice it is, but we have to remake now. Do I fall off the conveyor belt thing now?
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
Oh,
Imagine
shit.
the main character dying
locked me
senselessly
in.
halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse.
Oh, how dare he.
Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Oh, they put fences up everywhere. I can't fall off. The fuck? Oh, that's not fair. That's not fair at all. They handcuffed me. Oh, are they sending me back to the room with the 2 doors?
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, B. 4, 5, 6, B. That filing cabinet. Yeah, they did make it ocean because they knew that I was gonna fall off onto that other platform. I wasn't gonna fall off to my death, just the other platform that went to the weird place. Although I think I found myself in another weird place. I don't think they like my choice. And they're forcing me to go this way.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Wow, shit.
I'm still here in this pile of rubbish, with you, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
I mean,
what, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see?
It was hilarious.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it?
No.
That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make...
What?
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
The problem is I already know what's going to happen if I follow his part of the story. I've been there. I did it. It was the first thing I did. I hate to tell you, Mr. Narrator, but your story's fucking boring. God, I really want to go through the right door, but I kind of want to move on, you know? All right, let's give him what he wants.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
We have our new product, graphs about things and money. Sounds like a great product. Throw something in the idea bin. No more bins, trash cans. Renaming of the idea of or on. Fixing of MG. Ideas bin. Okay. You sound like an exasperated parent with a crying child. Wait, me or the narrator? The narrator, I could certainly see that. Oh, fuck. I should have checked. Oh, wait, I can't open the broom closet now. I could before.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, there used to be a way to go downstairs. They took that away from me. They won't let me go into the executive bathroom. Oh, it's not called the executive bathroom. Oh, the narrator's forcing me now. He doesn't even trust me anymore. Wait, what?
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Shit, was it 1115?
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Okay. All right. Bro toddler proof the game. He totally did.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak
Head to
the
bed.
code
All
into
right.
the receiver.
Good night, man.
Otherwise, we
We'll
can't get
see
on
you
with the
later.
story. This is a crucial step.
This guy's so angry. Please speak clearly into the receiver.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He
Night
knows
Shark
what it means to take a
115.
story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there.
I did go through the door on my right.
Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door.
Stanley,
Are
what?
you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something.
Can I go in it? No.
Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it.
Wait.
So, you hear me?
What's going on?
Are you there?
Confused.
Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait.
This is what you get, Mr. Narrator.
Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right.
Sorry, Leroy. What?
Wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Nope. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait, that's not right.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, let's give the narrator what he wants.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I think there was something on here that said, oh, there we go. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Ongoing. Except I opened up the broom closet and Chris wasn't in there. Oh, wait.
Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Giggity. Ooh, I can go down.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Wait, why is it red down here? There's a cat on a bike. Man, I really wish I could read that. I wrote this in first period and left it in... Man, there's like some great stuff here, I'm sure, but it's too small and too much of a pain in the ass to read.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
No, wait, whoa, 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 whoa.
He imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please.
Yeah, at this point, that's exactly what I would
want. I
want.
My apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Okay, are we done talking, Mr. Narrator?
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is
God.
Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Ah!
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Oh, what? Wait a minute.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
Am I a woman now?
She got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked.
Oh my God!
Work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, And in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Okay. That got dark.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
All right. We're going to get... What? I mean... I would, you know, what would be really interesting is to like know... To know how many like people went through this door instead of doing the thing.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
We haven't even done the old content.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
What?
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Okay.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Okay. Why do the rails go that way?
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
But what if I never knew what the original adventure was?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Mo ready.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if, Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
I'm giving you the content. Oh, what?
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
You can only jump when you're in the circle. I'm bored of your new content.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's
No.
just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
No.
If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
I don't think you are, sir. Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What insurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
Am I allowed to reset the
What
game?
do you say, friend?
Oh, I don't get a choice. They do it for me. Wait a minute. This is not the right exit. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. But it's decidedly not.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
I just has my boss. What? Oh man, do I follow this narrator?
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
My God.
Oh, never mind. You're not a dork.
Wait.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't
Holy
find
shit.
it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
What? Why is there a temple in an office?
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
The memory zone.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful
Oh my
Stanley
God.
Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Yeah, that's when Warframe came out, was 2013. What everyone was saying. Oh, why I'm yawning so much. Oh, why I'm so tired. Aw, they put up their first $1. Don't play for 5 years. It's impossible to get this achievement. New video game releasing today. Creator surprisingly down to earth. This would be a British game, wouldn't it? Wait, that's the ending I got. I didn't beat it already, did I? Quiet. What?
Suis dans la mémorisation, c'est sur la pluie de l'eau, et je n'attends
Is there something behind the little gerbil?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Okay. Well. Minecraft. I kind of want to. What's down here? Something closed upstairs to go down there? Person of the year.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
The end.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
Do literally anything. I don't think they let me do literally anything. I've been trying to do some things that it won't let me do. Not gonna let me jump. I want to push that smiley button up there. The serious room. All right, so can I not go there? Like, do I have to go backwards? Ah.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly,
oh no.
I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
I don't know about that, buddy. I'm sad if I already basically that couldn't. I mean, it wasn't an ending, but I assume there's like multiple endings, right? There's no way being dead on the sidewalk is the ending.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
Yes, you
You
are.
can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness.
I just
It's
said
actually
it.
quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with.
They played for
You
3
can't know
hours,
how
though.
much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Oh, Stanley. You can't read the comments, buddy. You gotta ignore the comments. Just read the good stuff.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Okay. Is that E?
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal... Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer.
No,
that last one
it
was,
went back
well,
in time.
I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
No.
Stanley, please
Okay,
don't
that
push the
did go
button again.
forwards.
It's been 12 hours.
What?
You've
Wait,
just been
no, it
frozen
hasn't.
there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're
If
really,
it's been
truly
12 hours,
getting
it's
longer.
been
My God,
13
there's
because
no
it
way
was
out of the
on
room.
210.
Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone.
Something
I've
is
looked at
going
it from
on
every
here.
angle. I've checked every...
Hey, Dante. Oh,
You're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single
narrator.
person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right?
you're
Me
apparently talking too
You
much.
saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words...
Okay, he's getting annoying.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed
Damn,
opportunities.
I was hoping to find
felt
something back
nothing
here.
at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life.
I bet there's an achievement
collapsed
for
down
listening
into
to
a single
everything this
instant.
guy has to say.
In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich, well...
Okay. Is he dead? I don't understand. Is he... What's he doing? Where'd he go? Do I hit the skip again? My clock fell off the wall. Quit quartz? No clock quartz. It's funny. Old clocks use quartz, I think, right? Oh my god, that's annoying.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But
oh no, it's broken. I can't click it.
They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed.
Yes, I can.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is
What?
never the end, is 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 never the end.
What is going on? What is this? What is going on? I'm just hitting the button now. Is this going to be my way out this time? Can I go out and touch grass, please? Am I supposed to like hit I'm done? What the fuck is going on? What the hell is that? Ooh. Oh, the button fell down. I was gonna go do something. Why'd you reset it? Oh fuck! It put me back at the beginning again.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
$12.20. This one? Oh shit! I can't see in there. Damn it! Now I want to know what time that was. Hey. I want a Who Farted mug. I don't drink coffee, but I want one.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office,
Of
but it
course.
didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in
What?
any way.
What? Let's go this way.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, we'll follow the narrator.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, the executive bathroom is open again. Wait, what? Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Is that Cookie Crisp? Extreme bathrooms. Oh my god. Wait, what's... The Time magazine says 250. I didn't think about that. I think I've seen a few Time magazines. All right. They keep giving me new rooms to go into, and it makes me not want to follow the story. This elevator's taking some serious time to go up. Okay, so it's an elevator that goes nowhere and just plays elevator music, and your character starts singing to it. Got it. Why is the business strategy to kill the panda?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumb, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay, we've been here. The down arrow is lit, but what if we touch... Oh. I guess you push the down arrow no matter what. You don't get a choice.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Nope.
Although this passageway had the word Escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Nope.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
No. Ooh, a pole.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Ooh, evil dark red. Hooey!
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Well. Oh.
Farewell, Stanley,
What?
cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Wait.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Why did my narrator change sexes?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
The two doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it. An exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Why is it a contradiction? Hold on, there's more here. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Well, yeah, duh. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in good time. Button sounds. The selection of sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and synthesized tone. An early version of the maintenance room. I believe it. In early development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. What? We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Okay. Who cares? Should make fun of us anyway, because we can take it. New result. Subject, wow. Congratulations. Wow, fuck. Love the game. Greetings, omnipotent voice. I wanted to tell you I like the Stanley Parable as much as I like seeing a humorous small badger in swim trunks. Okay. Too fast. Narrator emails. After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are a selection of those emails. Okay. It'd be nice if I had control to like pause so that I could read through some of them. I'm not a fast reader. An early version of the lounge. Okay. Is the lounge more important? It hasn't felt like it would be. What? From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office over time. The first was created in November 2011, then 2012, then 2013. I see. So you got moved to a single computer. And now your file cabinet drawers can pop open. Oh, you got a pencil sharpener. Look at you, Stanley. Moving up in the world these days. Game design mockup. This is a level that William, the level designer, sent Davey, the writer, as a kind of audition piece. The strength of this level got William hired to design the full game. Though much of the environment has changed, the basic layout from this mockup is still in the game. I didn't realize I'd be playing Stanley Parable, the museum exhibit. The apartment timer. Wait. Give 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Oh. I didn't pick up the phone. I pulled the plug. The cargo lift. The second version is functionally the same as what's in the final game, but we wanted it to look more like the place where cargo actually stored. Oh, I haven't been to this room. Are they showing me everything? Wait, hold on. Do I really want to see all this? Doorway to maintenance in the lounge. To confusion ending. The other... two options. To the confusion ending. The other entrance would be hidden depending on how you entered. One doorway to maintenance in the lounge, in the original back to the office. The vent. What? The flow of hallways following the first two doors was important to get right, since players will replay them so many times. We discussed a number of designs, but ultimately it was the simplest version that won out. Okay. The game is now paused. Begin the game again. Resume the game. Options. Return to menu. What? For a long time, we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. Ending that only ended when the player restarted. Okay, all right. I wonder, actually, I think I remember a few of those, and I wasn't sure. These levers were originally a part of the Zending. The player would pull a lever, and the narrator would describe what color they had pulled. Okay. This screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as Zending. I feel like I'm seeing things I shouldn't see yet. What are we doing? Where are we? What's going on? Did we complete the game? Is that what happened? Are we done? This is the freedom ending as it existed in beta. Countdown deaths. One of the deaths from the early versions was a countdown ending. There's a countdown ending? What is going on?
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward. forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now, and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Okay. I mean, I could have hit escape and quit, right? But you're in the newer game. I think there was an option to do the original game way back near the start. There was. Before stream, I had set it up that way. I'm trying to decide what I think about this game, though. It's interesting. It's been fun, but I think I'm getting to... How long is this game supposed to last a person? Because I feel like I'm at the end of it, personally. Like, my desire to... Well, there is something I want to know more about, though.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
Oh, darn it. There's these... Some of these computers have waiting for input, and if you click on... I've almost got it full. I need 2 more pushes. And it's full. No.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, we're doing it. I think when I may not have picked play the original, but it asked if I had played this
Yet
before.
there was not a single person
And I
there
said
either.
no, I hadn't.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Well, that's new. That wasn't there before.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
No.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
Okay. I want out now.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay. All right. So I won't get distracted and go.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I won't take the escape route this time. I've already done this before.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
234. who that employee is. Problem is like, I'm not good at games that like I see that error there. I want to read what it says, but I don't want to have to like screenshot it and zoom it in. That seems kind of bad, right? Like, I don't think it's good, but this might be that kind of a game where it wants you to do that, right? An error, beep error, beep boop, beep boop error. You know what it's like to something so much detail into until things like this mean I'm keeping. I don't know. I can't read this very well. Why anybody even looks at this texture the value of somebody's gameplay experience. I don't know if you're reading this. You're probably the only one. Hello. Okay. All right. Well, I wouldn't have read it, except I felt like I needed to. There's a sad face there. Maybe it's an excited face. It's dead with hearts around it. I don't know. I kind of wish I had control of which version it was in, so that I could flip it back and forth, so I could keep looking at stuff that I saw was interesting. I don't have the patience to like sit here and sort out.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
All right, we're
But
back
here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Is this door openable? Oh, darn it. Okay, so in here, I totally see the numbers because I know 1, 2, 3 was over here somewhere. 3. And I know that's 5, and I know 4 is up there, but I don't know how to get the 4 because the stairway is blocked. And I don't have or know of a way to jump. Yeah, this was... Okay, so actually, hold on. We came over here and we hit off. So why don't we come over here and hit on?
And when at last he found the source of the room's... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Mine now.
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
All I know are these numbers.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
Oh, fuck.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. What? You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first.
I think it's going to get destroyed.
Can't.
4. No. Okay.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces.
427.
Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Well. What am I supposed to do there? I can't listen to
A
him.
soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started. And if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
I saw that I got one correct, but I don't know why I got it correct.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
It's raining outside.
Yet
now.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
He's catching on. He's catching on that I just want to get to the thing and try again. Oh no, it's not going to go well at all. I still wanna,
Stanley walked
I
straight
wanna
ahead
dial
through
that
the
number,
large door
but
that read Mind Control Facility.
I don't know how to do that. I don't know what phone number or what phone I can pick up to dial that number.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I do feel like I'm not the right person to appreciate
Here
these
was
kinds
the
of
proof,
games. So
the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
it's like a whole station. Oh, it's not over here. It's on the other side. All right, I'm gonna have to. Okay, I know one thing I want to do that I'm gonna try and do before everything turns off, or I guess before the door closes.
And when at last he found the source... Oh, Stanley, didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
What?
It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going. What all this means, I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
Button hint.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something
Red
here will
3?
save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? But you really believe there's an answer?
71?
How many times will you replay this bit, looking desperately for a solution? 10? 100? 1,000? I look forward to finding out and to watching the bomb go off each time you fail. Just you and me and the retching explosion of fire and metal over and over and over for all of eternity. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again. Take a look at the clock, Stanley.
Damn
That's
it.
30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice.
Oh, I was
All of his
hoping.
co-workers were gone. What could it
Okay,
mean?
I was kind of hoping
Stanley
that would
decided
do
to go to the
something
meeting
funny and
room.
different.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait, quit to menu. Hold on. Did I fuck it up? Did I fuck it up?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
Can't you just make me like a teleporter so I can just like teleport to where I want to be? Like, why you make me gotta go through all this stuff all over again? The hell? The hell, man?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
Oh my God, go faster.
Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his
I wonder
boring
if
job,
you walk
that
through
his
the rest of the
emotions had
office if
been
you'll find the
manipulated to
answers.
accept it blindly?
No, there's no way. I want to know if
No,
you find the answers
he
to this
refused
puzzle,
to
but the
believe
puzzle
it.
changes
He
every time you
couldn't
get here.
accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I don't think they're labeled at all that way.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without
Oh my
proper
God, he talks for
DNA
fucking ever.
identification,
I understand the
nuclear
review that
detonators
said
explode,
the guy talks
eliminating
too
the
damn
entire
much.
complex. How long until detonation then?
Like the first time is fine, but now I'm like trying to do a thing
2 minutes.
and it's taking too long
now
for
this
me
is
to try
making it a little
again.
more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Yeah, that's pretty
Or
accurate.
did you just assume
right
when
now.
you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered
I
buttons.
don't know what
no,
green
these
5
colored ones.
means.
Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? But you really believe there's an answer? How many times will you replay this bit, looking desperately for a solution? 10? 100? 1,000? I look forward to finding out and to watching the bomb go off each time you fail. Just you and me and the retching explosion of fire and metal over and over and over for all of eternity. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces.
So
Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it
I
go
feel like
peacefully?
it gives you
Another choice.
a button color and a
Oh,
station
no. It's all
number.
the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me,
But I
will
don't know
live
how to
every
tell
second
which
of your
station
inevitable
is
life
what
from the moment
station.
we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
If that makes any sense. Like, I feel like I know what's going on maybe. Ooh. Ooh. What? The hell is this? Okay, they're all coming back on. I don't remember much about this, but it gave you buttons in number order, I think. I saw that. Okay, in number order. But I feel like I can't figure out what the number means. Because I can push the color that it's showing, and depending on where I get, sometimes it's correct and sometimes it's wrong. Like I've pushed the color blue and it said it was in the fourth, it had the 4 number on it, and I went and pushed the dark blue one and it worked. So I don't know. What the hell am I supposed to do here? What is this about? back on. Damn it. This doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Man, I don't want to have to wait till I push 5 consoles to get another attempt at this, whatever the fuck this is. I was hoping that by standing far enough back, I might actually understand what the hell's going on, but I don't. I don't have a fucking clue. You can't line things up because they don't line up. Well, maybe... Yeah, because they won't line up. Because every other row is moving together. I came pretty close. I'm looking at the pink ones now. Damn it. Because, like, those come really close right there, but they're just not. Also comes really close, but just isn't. Okay, so no. Is there another set of 3 that are really close together? Those 2 blues are different. Those greens are different. Is required to manually restart the game to return to the office. On this part specifically? And I thought there was a puzzle here to figure out. What the hell? trying to figure out there's a puzzle here, and it's like, nah. Well, it's not like nah. You're like, nah. Wait, did I just reset the whole thing?
This
You thought there was a puzzle. Wait, so if I do this again, does that happen again? I don't know what to do then at this point.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Well, that's different. That's a different dialogue. I don't think I can figure...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Monetize free to play. Oh my god. I feel bad. I feel like I'm at a point where it's like, okay, I've played through and experienced a bit of it. It's amusing. I love that this is boarded up now. But now I'm like...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Now I'm like... Should I...
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. and at last he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
I don't know why I got excited thinking that was
he knew
different,
for
but it
certain,
wasn't.
beyond a doubt that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that?
The room
this
of the
voice
car
was
has
a part
gone
of
away
himself
now.
too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it.
Oh,
He would
there it
prove
is.
that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
This is not normal, Stanley.
I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
And that was it.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Oh, right.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
I already seen that. Okay. I want to do the, you know, if it weren't so annoying to get to the room to try and figure out what's going on with the self-destruct sequence, I would do that more often. But oh my god, it's annoying to run there and then have to deal with it. Also deal with him talking. I have a hard time listening to people talk as well as do something. It's a problem I have at work and here, and when I stream with other people. That's why I usually find it bad to play story games with other people, because I won't be able to follow the story for sure. I already have hard enough following stories just on their own, but if there's another person I'm talking to, forget it. I'm gonna not understand what's going on. Mayhaps I will look up some stuff over the following day or two and see what I see and see what I think. But this was interesting. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was a good little run. Silly on its own. I don't think I'm the right person to figure out what its depths are and what you're supposed to figure out. I wish I were, though, because this is interesting. Oh, hey. I think there's been a lot of points. I made an intentional effort. I was like trying to write down things I found that made that I was like, maybe this is something important. Like, where's 2, 3, 4?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
See, now I'm wondering if I miss, like, the end is never. Like, is this a special run that you're waiting for? So that when this happens, like, there's something you're supposed to do?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, but eager to get back to business.
Oh, here's something
Stanley
I haven't
took the
done.
first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Whee!
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Okay. All right. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I don't think room 2 whatever is down here, though.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about
2, 3,
and get
4.
even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
I also feel like I have clicking buttons, but they don't do anything. Ah,
No.
shit.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Darn it. Okay. Yeah, I feel... Okay. Alright, I think we're going to end it there. This was interesting. I don't think I'll be playing it on Thursday, unless I find something else out that I really want to explore. But this is interesting. We'll leave it at that. I think I'm going to call that a night, though, then, on this. Yeah, no worries, Roth. Thanks for speaking up and saying a few things. It's so funny. I don't know what I was thinking when I got into this. I know I'd watched a couple of YouTubes, not like full YouTubes, like shorts and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. And I wonder what I'm missing out on. But I think it's just trying to play and discover the variances and make sense of it to find and open up new ways and new pathways. But man, am I just an idiot. This game makes me feel dumb. I don't think it's bad at all. I think it's great. I just think my mental capacity doesn't handle this kind of a game. So yeah, Warframe tomorrow. We got Incarna Duvari to get, and a bunch of other things to unlock. So tons to do there, as always. Maybe we'll get back to Path of Exiles on Thursday. I don't know. Or maybe I'll find something else. But if we do Path of Exiles, I think I want to start a new class and just start over. But we'll see. Any suggestions on what to play as a new class, just let me know. And I'll give it a consideration. But right now, if I do, it'll be maybe crossbow. Also, like, you know, Tuesday, Thursday was supposed to be story games, you know, and not live service games. So maybe that's what I should get back to. I don't know. So many things. Tons of things to think about. Tons of things to do. But anyway, until tomorrow, guys, have a good day. Thanks for hanging out. Rolf, thanks for hanging out. And I'll catch you all next time. Bye.